Thank you very much. All right, let's begin.
I heard a
Uh,
live instead of live, and I was a little concerned for a second.
I mean, either
Well-
works.
So last time, our adventurers were left fighting alongside Pan and the Lost Boys. And Pan on the deck and both sides. I'm sorry, Pan and the Lost Boys and Hook on deck and the pirates. And both sides had suffered several deadly losses. But with Hook's preparations, he bested Pan and his new friends, and the Lost Boys that remained abandoned Karuta as a reward for failing a seemingly impossible mission. The fight pursued until Hook perished, but still the pirates outnumbered the adventurers and continued to demand they lay down their arms, even though their captain had been slain. The party resisted arrest, but not before being scattered in many different directions. Anika and Faye, you guys teleported off the boat, trying to make a run for the sea.
I
Bart
tried
and-
getting Josel or Bart to come. They
I-
chose not to.
Josel and Bart stayed behind to try to catch the ship on fire, try to find Tinkerbell if possible, and then escape. But they quickly got swarmed and taken out. And then we. So that's where we're picking up here is where Anika and Faye, you guys are currently staring back at the ship from the tree line, watching your friends swim towards you with rowboats descending from the Jolly Rogers in pursuit of them. Lorna and Cronus, the salt water stings and burns your open wounds as you swim for shore. Between breaks for the surface with air, you hear thunder, gunfire, or the labored flapping and clawing of Umbra against the cage strapped to your back, Lorna. Within moments, you hear the shouting and the rowing of those who are in pursuit, and you guys are making a break for the shore, but they are now following behind you in rowboats. We pull up the initiative order because we are still technically in combat. Cronus, we'll start with Cronus and Lorna since they're already at the top of the initiative order. What do you do?
Well, I don't really think we have a chance to fight, but it's still daytime out, or is it turned to dark?
The sky is black. Ever since Pan was killed in battle, the sky has not changed black. It's just black and lightning and the occasional lightning striking in the distance. The water is choppy and the waves are kind of murky and not that crystal blue water when you first descended upon the Jolly Rogers in the cove.
I take the cage off my back and I hand it to Cronus, and I scream at him over the waves to get out of here. You'll be able to make it to shore.
Actually, I have a better idea. How many rowboats are there?
Currently there are 3.
Are they in a line, or is there one that's a lot further out than the others?
They're not in a. Well, I would say 2 of them are probably in a line. They're not in a perfect, but they're kind of staggered a little bit. So, all 3 of them are in a line. And there is one that's further back than the other 2, because it was obviously the last one descended down from the Jolly Rogers. Each one crews about. Let me pull up my cheat sheet. 1 second. I actually printed off sheets because I'm hoping that might help me keep me less scatterbrained. Good luck. Let's see. Each one has about 6 men in its crew.
All right. I actually want to pull out the wand of magic missiles.
Okay.
And I'm gonna fire off. You know what? I'll use all 7 charges on them. And I want to do. Let's see. 3. I guess do 3 in each. But I want to
Okay.
aim. Am I able to aim for the boats, or does it have to be actual people?
You can target the boats. You can't target specific. Like D&D doesn't really accommodate for specific targeting. Like you can't,
Mm-hmm.
but you can say the boat is my target. Like that's an object. You can attack a door. You can attack a boat.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So I'll put 3 in each boat.
Okay. I'm just looking for. I just printed off a new cheat sheet. So here's its chance to prove its merit, or if it's just garbage. I'm looking for some kind of health point properties to see if there's a way to determine how much like health points it has before maybe it like would bust or crack. So I assume you're trying to like do enough damage to like cause a leak in each of the boats if possible.
Yep.
So where is the
Has an AC of 12 and hit points of. I just saw it. What's up? Hit points of 25.
Ooh,
so
potentially you could destroy the boat.
let's
Yeah, it
see
was just
here.
3 of them.
All right, go ahead and fire. Or did you want to send all 3 or 3 at each then, or did you want to shoot that? Did you want to shoot them all at one target then?
3 in each. I'm hoping not to necessarily destroy them, but pretty much cause problems where they got to slow down.
All right, and you said 25 is the hit points, Nika. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
It is assuming these are rowboats.
Yeah, that's just standard rowboats. Yep. Go ahead and roll whatever the damage die is for that. I know it hits automatically.
Yeah. Let's see. 3d4.
What? 3d4 plus.
Oh,
This will be for each one, because it's.
I read that wrong.
I'm gonna have 9 shots total.
I also read that wrong. The oars have 25 hit points. The hull has 50.
Okay. But I know what you're trying to do, but let's see what we got going.
So 1 hits for 10, 1 hits for 9, 1 hits for 12.
Okay. All right. Let me see. What is their maximum amount of damage that spell can do? 4, 4, 4. That's 12, 15. All right. All right. So, first, let me resolve, or Cronus, you're doing this before Lorna hands you Umbra. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you. Oh, go ahead.
Ooh. Okay.
What is that one for?
No more wand.
Oh
No!
The wand is destroyed.
Oh, shit! You still have a fate token if you like to not to talk you out of it. That'd
How
be
many
a
fate
crazy-
tokens do we have?
Wait, hang on. Did you only have
Crazy.
7 charges left on that wand?
Uh-huh.
Huh.
It only has 7 to start, and then it
Let me-
recharges, but I haven't used it in a while.
I had 9.
So.
I mean,
I can't.
the fate token would be. That one has been so useful.
I know that you have. I just can't open up the sheet. It's actually, it says the page is unresponsive. Okay, exit page. Let's try that again. That's not a good start to roll 20.
No. I don't even know where these are saved.
All right. Where are what? I'm sorry. Where
Are the
saved?
fate
Oh.
tokens saved?
In the
It's
right
a
underneath the
it's a character token. We have 2 left.
You have
What?
2 left. It's
What's
under.
that?
It's this fate token right there. It's underneath group token. It looks exactly the same as
Oh,
group token.
see, I thought
It's-
there
yeah.
was like, I know you had like a whole bunch laid out in like a folder. That's what I was still looking for.
I
No.
know, but that was. It just got too confusing. And
Yeah, this makes more
I think
sense. Absolutely.
when it was individual use, I feel like no one ever used their fate token. So this kind of, I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like it gives you guys rewards to play as a group.
Yeah.
Wow. I just keep saying
I don't know.
you can wait for it to become responsive or exit the page.
Just refresh your page.
I think it's a pop-up blocker issue. Let me see. I'm gonna let me try this again. Open. I just moved my computer back upstairs so I can hopefully play a little bit more other games, and eventually it's pointed at the wall so I don't have to worry about the mess in the background either as much, so I can maybe use my camera again eventually. Everything's just locked up on my side. All right, I'm back in business. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. Where were we? Where were we at?
Oh,
Okay, you did the damage on the ships. I hadn't finished up doing that yet. So,
yeah.
you fire. So you pull out the wand. You fire the missiles across over at the boat. 3 collide into the one in front. Splintering some of the wood off from the front. The other doing a little bit of the same. Some of the pirates kind of like bark back at where their ship kind of hit, but they don't seem otherwise too impacted. The one in the furthest back probably gets the worst of it, putting in a nice decent crack, but it's kind of near the higher part of the boat, not doing quite the effect you were possibly aiming for. They're just hardier ships. It's going to take a little bit more damage to do that. You go ahead and you had rolled a 1. Did you want to use a fate token?
Not the last one, if that is of any concern to you.
I know it. Oh. You know what? No, I'll let it go.
Okay. The wand kind of starts to after that kind of arcane energy shoots out, it kind of starts to little, sparks in the same kind of color start coming off the wand, and it just kind of begins to kind of splinter and fragment and dissipate. And a quick flash of the color of I forget if you ever described the colors of your magic missiles, but for some reason I imagine them to be purple. If you'd like to change that, you may, but purple, and it just the wand just disappears before you, and yeah. Or does it say that it just remains a wand, or a stick? I don't remember if it says something specific.
I believe it actually says it.
I think it says it disintegrates into ash.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. Okay.
Great.
Then it disintegrates up into ash. Quickly washed away by the water that's kind of surrounding you and you 3 right now. What else would you like to do, Rumnus?
I will go ahead and take Umbra back.
Okay.
And I'll start swimming towards shore, but I'm going to expect Lorna to follow.
Okay. So let's go ahead. You're still kind of right here on this one map, on the ship map. Nope, you're already kind of moving to this other one. So let me switch things up real fast. And let's just don't move your tokens, because I obviously can't represent everything that's going on off the screen, because I just can only find the map, the best map for the job, Let me. Oh, these guys are not even supposed to be out there yet because they're in pursuit, and I'm forgetting what name was.
We are very, very tiny. And can me and Anika see these ones coming?
Let me just kind of move them. You see, so let me just hide these for a second. I know you guys know they're there. But so Anika and Faye, you guys are sitting in the tree line right now. So you do see your allies diving into the water and making their dash for shore. It looks very haphazard, and it looks like even like Kronos almost looked like he kind of fell in the process, but you do see them swimming towards you guys. You are roughly, I would say, well, you're pretty accurately spaced from where you are in the tree line, because you guys went up the beach. You're pretty accurately spaced actually between you, Cronus and Lorna. How far away? I think it's like 250, 300.
At least. It's probably more than that. Because you said it was more than 500 to get to shore.
Yeah, but you guys
That's-
haven't. You guys are making a dash.
That's
so you're like,
actually good. If I see someone pursuing, I can make use of this.
Not if it's further.
If it's a little, let's see, how close are Lorna to us?
We have no idea yet. How close are they?
they're about
the map is-
about 250. I would right there. Or actually, they're not there yet. I'm sorry, they have not entered that screen yet. But once they do show up, here, this might be helpful. I'm trying to represent this somehow practically, but it's not working very well.
It's all good.
So
Once they appear, we'll know.
once they appear, there will be about 250 feet out from you, though. So Cronus, you are swimming forward. You are going to be trying to take Umbra. So we never really talked about how this would work movement-wise with this big cage on your back. I think this would affect your swimming speed a little. Well, or, I'm sorry, are you carrying Umbra right now, or Lorna still carrying Umbra?
I believe the pass was just made over to me.
Yeah.
Say, isn't that essentially just a backpack?
Yeah, I would say that's gonna probably take a little bit more than a free action to take off from Lorna and then put on your back and not drown Umbra. So that's probably gonna use your action then, because your wand was a bonus action, right?
So
No, it's action.
So we'll just say that uses your bonus action then to kind of do the whole backpack thing, because I just think that's a little bit more than just a regular backpack. Okay, so you're how far are you swimming?
Let's see.
We're dashing, basically, as fast as we can, right?
Well, he can't dash because he doesn't have he uses action and bonus action.
Yeah. So I got 45 feet.
Okay. So you swim as far as you can, 45 feet. Let's go ahead and do an athletics check. See if you lose any speed though, with having swimming or do you have a swimming speed, Cronus?
No.
You do not. Okay, so yeah, let's do an athletics check to see how if carrying Umbra on your back is affecting your.
Don't you have
movement at
the
all.
cave?
Can't you run on water right now?
I mean, I can.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. You can run
he's
on
doing.
water.
So he's not swimming, he's just running. He's doing the Naruto run across water.
Well,
Nice.
she's down. I'll be honest. She's down in the water. I'm down in the water. So
She
Okay.
is screaming and begging for you to run.
12.
Okay. All right. You don't get the full 45. You're probably about 30 feet further than where you left Lorna after you took the cage from her. So that brings us to you, Lorna, as Cronus is swimming 30 feet towards past you towards shore. You see the three rowboats kind of descending upon the two of you. They're all kind of loading up their pistols to take, shoot as soon as possible and hope for a lucky shot of it if you've gotten too far away. But they're not that far away from you. What would you like to do?
They're not within 30 feet of me, are they?
If you and Cronus have been kind of swimming this whole time towards the beach, so I've kind of narratively skipped you forward in that regard. They're about 50 feet behind you.
Okay.
The first one, I'm sorry. The other ones are probably staggered roughly 10 feet from one another. Maybe a little bit more. Once they get on the map, I gotta space them out visually.
Okay. She's probably just going to swim. So I think she catches up to Cronus.
Okay.
I
So you don't have a swim speed either?
I don't. No.
Thank you so much, Howard. That's very helpful to know. What was that? I'm sorry, Lorna. You do not have swim
No,
speed?
I do not.
Okay. Now, when you don't have a swim speed, you move
It's
half your
half
movement,
movement.
right? So
So
you're
I
going to be
moved 20
moving.
feet. 20 feet.
Okay, so you're moving a total 20 feet forward.
Yeah.
Okay, so you swim after Cronus. He's not that far ahead of you. And that's going to bring us to Bart, who is unconscious. Let me go ahead and do my thing. And this guy's gone. All right, and these are chasing after you two in pursuit. The first shot, or well, they're real. You know what? I think. They're gonna shout after, or a little bit like, "This is just, it's just sad, really. Just get in the boat and quit your belly aching." And the other one's just kind of laughing, like, "I don't know. We don't need all of them, do we?" And so he one of the groups takes aim, and as you hear them kind of shout from behind, and this one's going to be. Let me just roll a d2. All right, I shouldn't say what was for who, but 2 is for you, Cronus. So they're gonna go ahead and take a shot at you. The other 2 are gonna hold their actions until you guys decide to keep swimming forward, or to surrender, if you will. So get their launch. That is going to be a miss for an 11. They don't have another shot with their pistols, so that's going to be that for that group. The other 2 are holding their action for what you and Lorna do. That brings us to Anika and Faye. Anika, Faye, why are you guys hidden on my map? Like on the turn order. I don't know why it shows you guys as invisible. Do you guys?
Because we're not on that map.
I thought I moved everyone. Did I not?
Well, whenever we change maps, the initiative stays on the previous map, not on the new one.
Yeah.
So why does everyone else looks kind of normal?
Mine doesn't.
Wait,
I don't have
I
a
think
turn
it's
order.
because you removed me and Anika from initiative when we teleported away.
Okay, let me fix this. So we got Anika. The initiative order is Anika, Faye, Cronus, Lorna, and then Pirates. So do me a favor. Can you guys help me remember that? So Anika, Faye, Cronus, Lorna, Pirates. All right, and then I can just grab your tokens, right, and just move you right in there. No, that's not right. Oh, there we go. Anika. Hey, this worked out. You guys are like right next to each other. It works perfect. Get to your tokens up there. Dang it. That turn. Okay. Yay. All right. So the pirates are in pursuit, holding their actions, waiting for what Cronus and Lorna do. If they keep trying to run away, then Anika and Faye, you guys are at the shoreline, looking back from the tree line. What would you guys like to do? Starting with Anika.
Right, so we're trying to stop the pirates from getting, right?
Yeah, I tried bringing Joseph with us, but he refused. I'm assuming I can't make out who hopped into the water.
Who do you think?
Probably Lorna and Cronus.
Yeah. Well, Silent, how close together are the rowboats?
They are Like I said, they are two of them are kind of in a line still, but they are staggered for the most part. But they are spaced out from one another about 15 feet each.
In
like a triangle, so I don't know what that would really be like if you did it like here. Let me see, like so. Kind of imagine like like kind of like this. How you do it? Oh, but you know what I'm saying, like this. How do I do that? And like this. So I guess they're not obviously that far, but that kind of deal. So there's one here, one here, one here.
So a 10-foot radius would not hit all of them.
Correct.
Also, how far are Lorna and Cronus at this point?
They are a little over 300 feet. They'll once they appear on your map, they'll be about 250 feet from you. I did not remember about swimming speeds being halved, so
We most of us didn't really plan on having our attunement items for swimming.
Well,
except for me, because I have my sword.
But you know what? That makes sense. I mean, I think you guys did cover some ground already, though.
Then I'm gonna drink a potion of greater healing, which is a bonus, right?
Yes, I'm sorry. It's a bonus action. Yes, if you
Cool.
if you use an action to take it, you can take the full benefits of it.
No, because I'm gonna use my action to dimension door 100 feet out of shore, so that I'm 200 feet away from Lorna and the boats.
I'm sorry. You're gonna move closer. You're using dimension door to get how far?
100 feet from shore, so 200 feet from the boats.
Alright. Okay. So go ahead and move your token, and
I'm not sure where that would be.
it's on the down here. Right
no, I know where my token is. I don't know where 100 feet out of where Lorna and Cronus
about
are.
right there.
About right there. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right, and then so go ahead and roll for your healing potion, and then Faye, what would you like to do as you see Anika just boop?
I'm gonna move my 30 feet. I'm going to look out. I got from here. From where I am exactly to the edge of the match is 225. I'm gonna hold an action for if the boats get within 300 feet of where I'm at to launch Eldritch Blast. So I'm charging my attack. I have 300. I have 300. I have 300-foot range of Eldritch Blast.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm doing cover fire.
Nice. They started blasting. All right, Cronus.
Because I'm out of spell slots.
So Cronus, it is your turn now. What would you like to do? As you, as the one group of pirates took a couple shots, or one of them took 2 shots at you, the other group of the other 2 boats seem to be kind of holding off, and again, kind of demanding your surrender. Not really in a pleasant way.
How far are the boats from us?
The boats in pursuit are about 45 to 50 feet away from Lorna, so about 65 feet away from you, because you're about 10 feet, I think, further than Lorna.
Alright, damn it. Go ahead and...
It is dim light right now. The whole everything it's pitch black dim. Not like dark, like you can't see, but everything would be considered dim light right now at the moment.
Yeah, no, so I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna bonus action dash. So they'll use 1 key point, 2.
It's 1 for Step of the Wind.
Okay, yeah. So, bonus action dash. I'm going to go ahead and use that movement, so...
No! No! Don't you
What-
fucking dare. It's fine.
So before you move, so you're trying to bonus action dash where?
I'm swimming away from the boats.
Okay.
But,
Okay.
it'll be 45 feet of movement since I'm using a dash.
Okay, good.
Okay. Before you move, they're going to take their actions if they're not surrendering. So
FYI,
let me go ahead
Lorna
and-
is also... Actually, what if Lorna stayed? Because that was my
You
plan.
mean-
If she stops. And he keeps going.
You know what? That's fair. You haven't reacted, so I guess the action was for your guys' move, and so since Cronus is working, they're gonna fire at the one that's not listening, I guess. So Cronus, these are for you, bud.
Well, I was thinking more so, hey, here's one. But okay.
Actually, you know what? Your AC's 21, right, Cronus?
Yes.
Oh, no way. You are such a lucky bastard.
Oh,
20 and
thank God.
20, both groups rolled off rolled. And,
Damn.
well,
But here's the question:
Whew.
what's the dragon's AC?
No! Don't do that! No! We just got
Don't you
him.
dare!
We just got him.
yeah, you haven't even done a medicine check on your poor baby drake.
We're running from pirates. Do we have time? No.
That's fair. All right.
We can bring him back. It's fine.
All right. That's going to Cronus. So you go ahead and swim 45 feet.
Yep.
Towards shore again. All right. At that
I would
point,
also like to hold an action.
Yeah. What would you have to declare what that action is? But what is that?
So looking over my shoulder as I'm swimming forward, if I see one of them make any like aggressive actions towards Lorna, I'm gonna fire a radiant sunbolt at the boat, like at somebody in the boat.
Okay. If anyone fires at Lorna, okay. Gotcha. All right. So just to be clear, I want so if someone fires at Lorna, you are gonna shoot your radiant bolt.
Yes.
Okay. Lorna, what would you like to do?
Yeah, she's gonna stop and put her hands up and say, I'll come with you. Let him go.
All right. The first ship closes kind of the gap between where they were and where you kind of put your hands at Lauren, and they row up alongside of you. Two of the large men with funny-looking mustaches that kind of hang off the sides, like I won't say quite like handlebars, but yeah, they're nice black and pointy ears that stick right down, and they reach over and lift you up and pull you into the boat. The one brings over some iron manacles. Do you resist?
I say to them that I will go willingly if you stop pursuing them. They're not gonna do anything.
All right, so the boats are right there.
No, furnace is right there. So
No, how far is Lorna from me?
Lorna's not. You don't see Lorna right now. Or I'm sorry, you don't. Cronus is only the one that's made it to your map so far. And Lorna
No,
is
remember
45.
I have 300 feet of range.
Okay.
You said-
I'm sorry. You are right. You could make your fire here. Sorry about that. So you could, but Lorna is in the boat at the moment.
I don't
And
have that good sight. I just see the boat.
Yep.
So they're gonna keep. So as soon as you get in the boat, Lorna, the first ship that's kind of in pursuit of Cronus is gonna use the rest of its movement to kind of turn and start heading back to the Jolly Rogers. It can only make about 10 feet wide as it goes back. The other two rowboats full of the other pirates, you hear them kind of shout over like, "This one has at least some common sense. Get the others, otherwise let the jungle kill them."
I
then,
would resist.
Okay,
At
all
that
right.
point.
So
And do I get my shots off on that boat?
One thing at a time.
definitely. So one thing at a time. It was Lorna's held her action. She would if they didn't. I'm sorry. Well, wait a minute. What was your you kind of surrendered your turn, so you are wanting to resist now?
I surrendered, and I said I would go willingly if they stopped pursuing. They did not, so I am resisting.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so they are.
I'm still
turning
in the
boat,
boat.
and you're. Yeah.
But-
So let's go ahead. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
so
More for
you're in the boat,
theatrics.
But let's go ahead and take your turn, like you took your regular turn,
Yeah.
because you kind of. Well, I guess that would be.
Well, it
kinda
was
like
on
a
my
held
turn.
action. No, it was. You're right after Cronus.
Yeah. And Cronus
So
just had his
you're-
turn.
Yeah. So Cronus went, and then you said, "I'm gonna surrender."
Yeah.
And put your hands up.
Yeah.
So then it's the pirate's turn.
Oh,
they-
okay.
I want to treat that as a held action though, because you did
'Kay,
declare
yeah,
like, "Hey, I'm
yeah.
I'm only going willingly if they're not going to pursue."
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
totally cool with that. So go ahead and take one of your held actions,
Oh,
or your attack action. I'm sorry, or whatever you wanted to
I
do.
mean, yeah,
Whatever you
she
want.
would
You're in
punch-
the boat right now.
She would punch somebody out, so yeah, I'll punch somebody out.
Okay.
Ah, fuck. It's fine. Oh, I should
alright.
have reckless that. Fuck, she's tired. It's fine. I have 1 hit point. It's good.
The sea is taken out of you, and you're in you're a bloody mess with your wounds are kind of on fire from the salt water, and the wind kind of whipping against you. It's not making it feel any better. It's not. So you kind of don't get that same gusto that you might ordinarily get.
Yeah.
They are going to actually. How many exhaustion points do you have? I have
1
I've
already.
or 1.
Yep.
Let me see here. Look at their abilities real super quick. All right. Well, they are going to forcibly put the manacles on you if you are resisting still. So this will be athletics or acrobatics against their athletics. Let me go ahead and get this.
Wait, you only have 1 level exhaustion, Lorna?
Yep. Yeah. I went into a frenzy rage.
Then you do technically add your proficiency bonus to a punch,
Oh.
and it's an attack.
Eh.
So
It
he
would've-
wouldn't have disadvantage, but it didn't matter that time.
Yeah, it's okay.
Hey. Oh.
Just waiting to fire.
Man, so unlucky. A 6 and a 14 does not
Oh,
beat a
shit.
15. Yeah, a natural 1 and a 9. So so they're going to attempt to arrest you using. I guess that's a grapple attack. Actually, like,
Uh-huh.
could they make another? Yeah, I guess they'll try again. After you kind of throw the punch, you catch them a little off guard, even though you don't land it on anyone. It's enough to kind of just get them out of the rhythm. The first attempt to get you locked up in manacles was a failed attempt. They try again real quick with a 18, but go ahead and roll another athletics check.
Aha.
Or acrobatics, your
Athletics.
preference. All right. And this time, even though you, again, still forcibly fight them off, one of them that gets close, you actually shove him backwards. But when you do, he kind of holds onto your hand, pulling you with him using your momentum, and clasps the iron shackle on your wrist, and then,
Okay.
uses that to completely arrest you.
Okay.
The other two are pursuing Cronus as he tries to swim away. They're like, last chance, boy, and one is going to take a fire at him, and the other one's going to hold their action. So let me go and roll their damage for one. Shoot. Where are you at? There it is. Okay. That. Okay, the first one does hit. Or let's see here.
I'm pretty sure he's out now.
Well,
I
hold
think
on.
he's unconscious.
Hold on.
Oh, right. Deflect.
I have tricks up my sleeves.
Yes.
Forgot about deflect missile.
For 36 points of damage.
Yeah, I don't think I'm getting that one, but we'll try it anyways.
Holy
It was
that's
a good.
That's a
It was
valiant
a good
effort.
effort.
That's a hell of an effort, man. So the first fire kind of goes through the cage and then through you. You're not quite sure if it hit Umbra in the process, but as soon as it kind of pierces your body, things fade to black for you once more, and last thing you recall is just kind of floating lifelessly in the water.
Is
The
it after
other-
my held action?
I'm so sorry. Yes, Faye, go ahead and use your held action as well.
All right.
There's so much going on. I'm doing my best.
I think I would go for the one that had Lorna on it, because that's within 300 feet, correct?
Yes.
All right, 2 blasts coming at it. I don't have any luck points left, so just the 23 hits.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage.
7.
All right. That's the boat. You said you were aiming at the boat that Lorna's in, right?
Yep.
Are you aiming at the boat or the people on the boat?
I'm aiming for the boat. I'm making them. If they want to capture, they're gonna have to swim back to that ship.
Okay. Let's see here. First one got, I believe it was a 9 on the magic missiles for the first one, or it was 10. I'll say 10 because I think it was 10, 9, 12. So let's see, 7. That's 16 points of damage. Okay. Yeah, you do another nice little crack in the boat. It's kind of hard to make out from how far away you are how significant the damage is to the boat, but it definitely makes some more wood splinter, but it doesn't seem to change the course of the ship.
I'm just doing cover fire until either I get told to run or I see more of my party coming near me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. The pirates are still going. So after they fired at Cronus and he falls in the water, they're going to row up to you, Cronus, and reach overboard, pull your limp body into the boat with them in the second boat that was in pursuit, and again using the rest of their movement speed, following behind the one that currently has Lorna locked up. Lorna, you have enough passive perception to see all what has transpired as well. The third boat is still heading towards the beach, and that's it. Then brings us to Anika. You see Cronus kind of heading, two of the rowboats rowing away from you, but one of them still coming directly towards you. Let me just go ahead and move the one onto the screen, because there you are.
I think that's our new target.
The poor rowboat. But yeah, it is heading towards you. Anika, what do you do?
Where's the one with Lorna? How far away is it?
The one with Lorna is about, where are you at right now from this guy? Just double check. You are roughly 55 feet out from there. The one from Lorna is about 100 feet away from you right now.
It's still in range.
Mm-hmm. And you also see the other one in following behind Lorna's boat. They're not in a direct line, but they're staggered. But you see that boat is carrying your friend Cronus as well. So, and then you have all the other info, I think.
Alright, I'm gonna take care of the one in front of me so I can go after the other one then. I'm gonna cast Shatter on the boat, which will also hit the men on the boat.
Fair
And the
enough.
boat will take max damage, I believe.
The boat will take a lot of damage.
Okay. All right. So they take 14 points of thunder damage. The men do. So let me go ahead and do that.
The
Or then
boat
roll
would
fast.
take 24, I believe. That's the wording on Shatter.
Okay. So it was what we just said. This 10, 9, 12. So what was the number? You just said 24. Is that right? Is that you said 20?
Or a create non-magical object that isn't worn or carried.
It
No.
just takes damage.
Yeah, it just takes damage. It doesn't make a save. It just takes that regular damage. I thought it took max
Well,
damage.
40,
That is
But
my
it took-
mistake.
I
And that, what's their HP again? Anika, you said 50 for the boats.
Mm-hmm. But the oars
Okay.
have 25.
Okay. All right. So Anika, you do that, and you hear the pirate start swearing. That fucking bitch! The fucking in water everywhere now, and they're saying even abrasively and louder because their ears are ringing and they can't hear themselves in their own volume. So you just kind of like hear them shout and then kind of yell back at one another to try to like understand or comprehend what they are saying to them, but they're just not hearing each other. What else would you like to do, Nika?
Yeah, I'm gonna back up a little bit.
Okay. All right. You and you are using half your movement speed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then that was potion, attack, and movement. Anything else I'm forgetting?
No, I cast a spell.
Okay, Faye, it is your turn. You see Anika just did a number on that ship, and those pirates that are getting closer to you are even more pissed now.
I'm aiming at their boat.
Yeah, okay. All right, go for it.
I don't need to move. Do I hit the boat with the 13?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to say yes. Go for it.
The boat has shitty armor class.
So that's 20 damage to the boat.
So we were at 20. We were at 26, 20. So they are. Yeah, this boat is not making it back to the ship, but it is still functional at this moment as they continue to row after or towards you and Anika. It
It's
definitely looks like it is not as sitting high in the water as it originally was.
It's
Hey.
almost splinters at this point. It's not real functional.
Hey, we're gonna get that boat sunk and then we'll have to deal with pirates.
All right, let me do a roll here. Okay. Well, Lorna, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Cronus is unconscious that she could see.
You just saw he fell unconscious in the water. You just saw that the other boat picked him up out of the water and pulled him in to their boat.
I am punching with everything I get. I will kick people in the face.
Okay, you are when you're manacled, you're restrained, correct?
Yes.
Or are you just grappled?
Pretty sure it's not restrained, but I don't know.
Let me check.
Because you can still move. You
Manacles,
technically, your arms are just kind of shackled. That's really.
You
And I mean, technically a
are-
headbutt is an unarmed strike.
Yeah, the creature tackles are just yeah. I'm gonna say you're not. I want to say you're grappled, not restrained, and the reason being because this specifically says that your speed becomes 0 and your feet aren't restrained. That being said, your attacks are limited in what you can do. So
will
you're
kick.
grappled.
I will
Yeah,
do
yeah.
an unarmored attack.
Okay.
So I guess. So it's a strength
If you're
plus
proficient in a
I'm
strength plus
proficient in
proficiency,
Okay. I will punch them.
because everyone is
So-
technically proficient in punching.
Well, no, it'd just be an unarmed attack. Just go ahead and do
Yeah,
an
which
unarmed attack.
is
Same difference. She
yeah.
just hasn't set up an unarmed attack.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. Yep. I see what you're saying now.
Yeah, this is strength and proficiency.
So that's a hit. Go ahead and do damage.
So that's just 5 bludgeoning.
Isn't it
Plus your
strength plus
strength
1?
bond. Yeah, 1 plus your strength bond.
So 6.
Unless you
That's a
happen
pretty
to
good-
be a
That's a
monk.
pretty good average.
You can also punch twice.
I can because I do have extra attack. She is.
I'm just gonna move your token to this map because it's so much easier than switching between all the damn layers.
Sure.
Thank you.
Oh, this has been rough. I'm trying to.
No
Okay.
worries.
And then
12
let's see
will hit.
here. 12 will hit.
Will it?
12. Oh, I'm sorry. You said matter of factly, I just believed you.
Oh.
No,
Yes,
that does
it
not
is.
hit.
Damn. Okay, yeah,
All
that's my turn.
Oh,
All right.
boy.
Let's see here. Oh, Lorna, it could have been just such a nice attack to the Jolly Rogers. We're
I'm
going
sorry.
to
I'm a
make an attack at
barbarian.
you. Here we go. Okay, the first attack from the group is going to miss, but the second one is going to hit you. Let me go ahead and roll damage from the group swarming and all trying to make attempts at your life, or at least to knock you out as quickly as they
Oh,
can. as
me?
you
If
seem
they
to be
hit, I have 1 hit point.
Yeah, they hit on the second one. I'm trying
Cool.
to find their damage on here. So they
It
hit
doesn't
on the
matter.
second one.
I
It
have 1 hit
doesn't
point.
matter.
Yeah, you have like 100 HP, and I don't think there's any way they could possibly out.
No, I have
she-
1 hit
she
point
has
left.
1.
I understand that. I'm saying if
Oh.
they do enough damage, I'm saying there's no way. You have like
Oh,
100
no.
plus.
No.
So we're good. So, all right, so you fall unconscious as well.
Hey.
The other one is still pursuing. They're kind of alerted ahead, seeing that there's a scuffle that's quickly kind of settled. The one. Sorry, I skipped the one that's in pursuit of you, Anika and Faye. You hear them shouting out after you, Anika, again. More of the same. Stop! Lay on your arms! You're pissing us off. You're getting us wet for nothing, and you're ruining our goddamn boat. And so, here we go. Let me roll their attacks real quick.
Oh, boy.
Okay. These are both gonna hit.
What were
first
they?
one- what do you mean? They're shots from their pistols
No,
fired over.
What'd they roll? Silent.
Well, technically,
'Cause
I
she
don't have
has-
to say, but it
I
is.
have shield, so.
First one's a critical, so
Mhm.
but the second one is a 19, so they have a 27.
So I would have cast shield anyway, so the second one misses.
That's
The
good.
27 misses.
The 19 on the dice?
Yeah, they got a 27.
You could have
Oh.
said that. No, they both hit.
Oh, no.
All right, so here we go for the damage. Now, criticals, you do double the damage die, but not the modifier. So let me do that one first.
I'll be right back.
8. The first shots that are rained through from the boat in pursuit hit you mortally in one of your near your middle of your body and does 48 points of damage.
Yeah, I'm unconscious.
Okay. They continue pursuit. Let me see how far they can cut to you. You're still too far. Or how much is the road speed? I think it's 50 feet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I made it so I was too far away.
Yep. So, nice. All right. That's bringing us to your turn. So let me do a death save real quick. Or you can whisper me your death save, actually, Anika. I like that new way. So you guys kind of saving, as long as you guys aren't sharing your saves with each other, it's still fun, and that way you can see how you're doing. Okay. And then that's going to bring us to Faye. I'm sorry I did that for you earlier, Cronus. You can do that as well next time, okay?
I'm back. Sorry about that.
Okay. Perfect timing actually. So it's your turn, Faye. Anika has fell in the water as the pirates close the distance to try to pick her up and probably do similar with what they did with
Okay.
Lorna.
Okay. I have one first level slot, but I'm gonna have to get closer to do it. It's gonna take me a few turns, but I need to get that boat taken care of.
Essentially splinters at this point, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna move 30 feet. And I'm firing at the boat. Kill the boat.
Okay.
Yeah.
12 hits.
12 hit. Yep. So go ahead and do damage.
Just a 14.
The boat collapses. It's no longer has no structural integrity at all left. So the boat full of angry pirates are now is sinking, and the pirates are now left in the water, debating whether or not it's worth carrying a dead body with them as they continue to shore. What would you like to do? I think you saw movement, or is that all? Is that your turn?
That's my movement. I don't have a bonus action yet. I'm not in range for Healing Word.
Okay. All right. That brings us to you, Cronus. And go ahead and send me yours. And then is Cronus here? Or...
Yeah, no, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to remember how to type this out.
And then that brings us to you, Lorna. Go ahead and whisper me your death saving throw as well. All right, and then we got pirates again. And let's see here. All right, they're gonna swim for. I don't know if they're gonna bother swimming forward or not. They're gonna swim forward. Grab Anika, and they're gonna use their swimming speed. They can't go as fast as the boat though. They moved 5 feet down. So would that be 30 or 30 feet away? And they shout ahead, trying for one of the boats that's holding Cronus to hey, turn back! They blew our damn boat up. And yeah, they're saying let the jungle have the other one. And they swim forward. Anika, go ahead and give me a death save, please. All right. And brings us to Faye. Faye, what do you do?
I will move another 30 feet. How far are the other boats? Or they're probably past 300 feet.
Let me see here. They're the one's about 50 feet from the edge of the screen. So you're roughly, so it's 225 feet away from you, the second boat.
All right. I'm gonna aim for the other boat.
Okay.
I'm gonna make them be like, oh no, they're not going for the other pirates. They're not coming back for y'all.
Okay. All right. Hit. So
25 total.
25. I'm trying to remember. It was 12 or 10. So it would be 35 points of damage. Okay. Yeah, if you see it, a few pieces of wood splinter off of the ship, as it kind of, in similar fashion, seems to affect its current, its interior a little bit, but they're still rowing full steam forward back to the Jolly Rogers at this point. Anything else?
That's all I can do.
Okay.
I probably got one more round where I could do fire, and then I'm gonna have to go into the jungle.
Okay. So Cronus, your roll me that, and Lorna, go ahead and roll me yours. These pirates continue to swim further, or row back to ship, not heeding the wars, especially after they just got. Oh, sorry guys, 1 second. It's bedtime. Where did I leave off? They're gonna swim back towards you, Anika. You're a small creature, so you're not too much of a trouble. They're gonna dash, and they're get about 30 more feet off of the screen at that point. So they're kind of off screen at this point. So plus 30. The other ones are still rowing back. The one with Lorna in it is pretty close. In the next turn, it should arrive at the Jolly Rogers. Anika, I'll need one more save for me, please. Okay. Faye, what do you do as they are swimming away back to the Jolly Rogers?
I'm gonna aim for the one that's carrying Anika precisely.
Okay. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can reach it. Go for it. Or you could reach them, I should say. It's not on the boat anymore.
I have rolled 4 ones today.
It happens.
Sucks,
I mean,
doesn't
yesterday I rolled 9 nat 20s, so this is expected.
All right. Okay, so you do hit the group for 7 points of damage. Before I just keep asking you back and forth, because it's really down to just you and the group, what is your commitments? Because they continue to swim towards the Jolly Rogers, as long as they can, towing Anika behind. Are you firing to the last second, which is probably going to be about 1-2 more turns from now?
Yeah,
Or what are you doing?
I'll fire to the last seconds, then I'll
Okay.
start making my way into the jungle.
Go ahead and make your final two, your next 2 attacks in, and we can just go ahead and close out combat, because they're unless something radically happens.
So this is gonna be 4 Eldritch Blasts. Let's go.
All right. It is. Are they advanced or no?
Nope.
Hit. So go ahead and roll damage 3 times. And the boat, and then the other pirates eventually do get caught up to Cronus's rowboat. They jump in, throwing Anika in first, and some of the
Did
other
I at
men
least kill one of them in that group?
Oh, definitely. 14, 15, 14. So 35, 30, 43. So you killed one of them on the way back. So they're dragging Anika and that one back, and they're throwing them into the boat with Cronus as they kind of
I'm
actually, yes, Anika, can I get one more save, please? Okay. All right. So they get back. So they get back on the boat, and you see them kind of drift off to a smaller spot on the horizon as all your friends kind of get raised up on the rowboats they left on and raised into the Jolly Roger. What do you do?
Faye is kind of at a loss. At the moment, all her friends are captured. She knows she can't take on the pirates by herself at the moment. But at the same time, it won't do for all of us to be captured.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have a split the party kind of scenario here. So don't feel like if you are on the ship or you are in the jungle, your character is dead. It's all. I don't want you to feel like that's like it's a pass or fail scenario. Well, it's just gonna be a little bit. I just hope to minimize your boredom when you're not like in screen, I guess.
I'll get Faye is going to look towards the jungle, kind of mutter to herself. Well, Illustrator, Father, please watch over me, and hopefully I can find something to help my friends. And I'm going to begin stealthing through the forest or the jungle, giving myself guidance.
Right. So you begin your march into the jungle. As you break through the tree line, you keep your eye on the back, peeking back here and there, seeing the shore on the horizon to see how far you've made it into the jungle so far.
And just, I am keeping this away. I cannot be surprised while I'm conscious.
Okay. So as you are walking through this dark night with the sky being black as it is, it's very difficult to kind of make your way or getting kind of heading or bearing. Everything looks very similar to one another. The jungle is all kind of, trees, logs, rocks. There's beautiful fauna and other kind of and natural critters that still live in this area, such as, beautiful parrots and birds and other kind of animals you would suspect to find a jungle. But you're also going to start seeing some of the things that the Lost Boys had mentioned before, here and there. Just things that don't quite make sense. You're just seeing a caterpillar, for example, with instead of all those legs and stuff, or sorry, instead of having like those cocoons that they grow into these beautiful butterflies, you'll see them crystallize before you just for mere moments and then explode with a beautiful color. But they don't look like your normal butterflies. Some of them have look like miniature dragons or horses on these, and you see all these kind of bright critters and animals kind of modge podge together. You see, this jungle is just completely alive. It's not long though into this jungle where you're going to hear larger creatures and larger things like of this nature kind of moving in the woods as well. Go ahead and do a perception check for me.
Giving myself guidance.
And also go ahead and do a stealth check for me. You've made it through the woods otherwise unannounced, and but you also have seen some things.
All right. Would I have been able to give myself guidance on my stealth check and then my perception check?
Is there a limitation on how often you can use guidance? I'm not sure.
It is a cantrip.
I will say no. You could do it on both. Why not?
All right, here's my stealth check.
We're not in combat, so
that's a 28 on my stealth. Okay.
Okay.
And a 23 on perception.
Okay. All right. It's getting to be later in the evening, and you will see. Okay, so let's see here. All right. As you're trying to watch your step and not get too far, you've lost sight of the jungle at this, or of the beach, going this far into the island. I guess I should ask you, how far into the jungle are you willing to go, Faye?
To be honest, Faye's not really sure. She's trying to remember the rough area where we met the Lost Boys, trying to make her way over there. But with everything how it is, I think Faye will keep moving till she finds a relative safe space to try and camp. Or she might not even rest since she doesn't have anyone to take watch with her.
Let me do this instead. Let's move us back to this map then. All right, you are kind of right about there. Let's see here. The others are on the ship. Okay, you make it for a little bit further inland. You're not too crazy far in before you start hearing these massive creatures making noise in the jungle. You hear this commotion ahead, and so you hide quickly enough to kind of be unseen. The noise kind of gets a little lighter, gets a little bit more faint, but you feel that you kind of as you kind of taken shelter there and watched out for the direction the noise was coming from. You look up though, and you see spider webs kind of up in the treetops and canopies above you, along with lots of like reptilian snake-like skin, dead skin kind of along the path. As you have taken this moment to hide, you've had a moment to kind of look around the area and see these kind of things. It looks like the remains or the evidence of things that lived or passed through this area. So it doesn't look like you're gonna find a safe spot this evening. What is your plan? And what would you like to do at this current situation?
See, I haven't even had a good chance to take a short rest either, have I?
Nope.
So I'm low on spells. I don't have tiny hut to stay in. I'm gonna just kind of keep moving, I guess. Just keep moving carefully.
Okay.
Just keeping an eye out.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna. Or go ahead.
If I find at least a. No, I'm just gonna keep moving.
Okay. All right. I am going to do this now, real quick, Faye. We're gonna switch it up. So just so that, because I know that Bart and Josel have been dead the whole time, and so I want to get them some story progression as well. So let's do this. So what Faye is doing currently is marching through the night. Until she at least finds a safe place or a den or some spot that it offers some kind of sanctuary. Or let me ask you, since she's by herself and since she can't do all those other things, is she just simply not going to rest? Is she going to just stay up the whole time?
If I can't find a safe spot, she's not going to rest.
Okay. So we'll come back to the rest of the events of tonight. Here, let me switch over though and kind of do a flash forward, if you will, to the morning on the ship of the Jolly Roger. Is that okay with you, or does that make sense?
That makes perfect sense.
Okay, thanks. All right. So everyone else that became unconscious, you guys were captured and taken back to the ship or for all you know. But as morning kind of breaks, you all kind of come to, all laying in somewhat comfortable cots and stuff. But you guys are kind of celled in your own section, while everyone else is kind of up in the morning, running, already kind of getting to it, getting the ship put together, just tending to their morning chores. The five of you all kind of wake up and not really sure what happened after you blacked out, but I am also going to need a wisdom saving, or no, I'm sorry. Let me double check this. Wisdom or intelligence? Wisdom or intelligence? One moment. Go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw for the 5 of you, please. Curtis, do you mind rolling for Bart?
So have we technically have a long rest?
Yes.
Ooh.
And were
awesome.
we stabilized at any point?
Yes. All right. Excuse me. I'm like, I got like dry mouth. I can't get my throat just stays dry. All right. So yes, you all 5 wake up in this cell that would hold up to comfortably 8 people. And you wait to the morning hustle and bustle of everyone. You're definitely feeling your memory's foggy of what happened the night before, but oddly enough, you're not that sore from your close to death experience. Cornus, you can kind of feel where some of the bullets had pierced through you and laid the final or deadly blow against you. But when you touch the area where the bullet pierced through your body, it just feels like a scar, like it had been like something that happened, forever ago. Uh, you in similar fashion for the rest of you, though they had a similar kind of wounds, slashes, cuts made by the pirates the day before, seem to be healed instantaneously and without any of the body aches that you would normally have after such a close encounter with death. As you kind of move around, one of the pirates kind of comes along like, "Oh, you're awake. Uh, I'll make sure we go rustle up some food for you and let them know that you finally come to." And
Whoa,
he
whoa.
just pauses there for a moment, but then heads off.
No. Yeah.
Go ahead.
She's like scrambling to the edge of the cave. What the fuck happened?
Are we shackled?
Oh yeah.
Are we?
Yeah, you all
Oh.
still have your manacles on. Yes.
Okay, but we're
Are
free to
they-
move about the cell.
Human adult sized?
Yeah. So Nika, yours are more for visual.
Lovely. I dropped them instantly.
Actually, you
So-
know what? No, you said Anika, they shackle your ankles because they know it wouldn't work on your hands, so that was the next best thing they could do. So you have your hands, but you don't have your feet.
So I take my shoes off and see if I can slip my feet out. Because I'm still tiny.
I mean,
You know what? You are pretty tiny. I'll say that it's very difficult, but roll me a sleight of hand checks, and you might be able to pull that off if you'd like to try later. Try, or if you want to try to slip out right now. Oh, you can try to slip out now if you want. But Lorna, what did you say you wanted to do?
she's like going for the bars and like trying to like squeeze her hand out and like trying to get the attention of the guy who was just there.
Try to get the what of the guy?
The attention of the guy.
He kind of comes back a little bit. He's seems to be carting something fairly heavy, but he goes, "Yeah, what is it?"
What the fuck just happened?
You picked the wrong side. You joined Pan and try to mess our shit up. I gotta clean up and fix it all up, patch it up.
How
but
are we
you know
alive?
what? What's that?
How are we alive?
Well, we put you back in here. We brought you back.
Yeah, that's not normally how it goes.
I mean, we were all... No. We all should have died.
Especially since I don't think any of you would have provided any medical care whatsoever, right?
Yeah, it sucks. It's not the most. It's not my favorite part of Neverland, but
Then
same
why-
day, just a different hell.
Then-
I really gotta
then-
get back to my chores, or Hook's gonna be pissed that I don't get my shit done. He's gonna want to talk to you guys as soon as he's ready to see it. He, from what I hear, is not happy about how things went down the other day.
Didn't Hook
Probably
die?
because you're stuck here, but cool. Question is, did he stay dead, Lorna?
Lorna, what was that you said?
Did
asked,
Hook die?
Yeah, you killed him yesterday. He's not happy about it. He's probably gonna take it out on one of you, I'm sure.
What the
Oh, cool.
fuck?
So we'll be alive tomorrow then?
That's our plan, as long as we can get our defenses ready for Pan's kind of rebuttal. He doesn't usually like it when his side loses. So expect the next few days to be painful. At this
Cheery.
point, you're going to start seeing other
Okay.
pirates that are working and scrambling in the background. They're not really engaging in your conversation, but you guys are going to start picking up some faces of some of the pirates that you saw die the day before, and like slayed or killed by the Lost Boys, fell overboard, got exploded, blew up.
Like, hey, didn't
And-
I kill you yesterday?
Obviously, some of them have some scars that visual scars and stuff of old wounds, and that correspond to the fatal blows they received. But otherwise, they're up and at it and trying to get their defenses ready. It looks like you start seeing them carting. Looks like the guy that you're talking to is carting a similar barrel that was used against you in the fight before, the fight the other day.
Also, real quick, do I still have Umbra with me?
No, you didn't.
Son of a bitch, they're all gonna die.
And what's the lighting situation like?
Pretty well lit in this area. There's some torches and or some lamps thrown about in this immediate room. That's decent.
Lorna, I think you can let the pirate go now.
Oh, he didn't grab him. I think she just
No,
reached out to
no,
get
no,
his
no.
attention. So he.
Oh
he
no,
backed
I
away.
meant let him go do about his business so I can try and
Yeah,
stuff out of these shackles.
Go ahead. Sure,
He
whatever.
goes, yeah. He goes a little advice.
Uh-huh.
Hook's like the Hook. Doesn't really have a lot of time for people that don't fall in line or obey the captain's orders, if you will. He likes to be treated with respect, and he likes to run a tight ship. And he doesn't want to hear anything about Pan or TikTok Croc. Don't bring up those two things, and you might only get a little bit of a lashing.
Just to be clear, your captain's greatest threat is to hurt and or kill us in a land that we cannot die. That's not much of a threat now, is it?
He kind of just looks at you, scratches his head, and I was like, I don't think I threatened you, but
No, but
yeah.
he has.
What's a TikTok croc?
Is it like a
you know,
Clock?
Mm-hmm.
this crocodile in Neverland that seems to be Hook's bane.
yeah?
Another one of the beastlies that does Pan's bidding to torment us and make our time here miserable. Don't.
One
It's not, even though it's just not pleasant to experience that.
why is he like scared of it?
You don't want to wake up the next morning with that memory coming out the other end of that guy.
Well, wait. Is he like scared of it?
Well, I don't know if it's necessarily scared, but it seems that it's definitely obsessed with James. It seems to opportunely come here and there to the point where Hook doesn't really like to get out or go to the shore much more anymore. It seems like every time he tries to leave the boat, something's following him.
And it makes a TikTok sound like its name?
He goes, among other things. And he says, I'm sorry, I really must get back to my chores. And I'll let them know that you guys are awake. And he kind of continues, he kind of cuts himself in the middle and just kind of goes back to what he was doing, spending awfully too much time talking to prisoners. You guys are currently left alone in your cells after he departs, though, and you've heard a little bit about what's going on in the area. He says he's going to go tell tell the people that you're awake. What do you guys want to do while you guys have this brief alone time in your cell?
In the meantime, while I'm assuming about to talk, can I try and get out of my ankle shackles?
Yeah, go ahead. What
I would
about
like
you,
to use-
Josel, Cronus, and Lorna? I'm sorry, go ahead, Cronus.
I would like to use acid breath on my manacles, like on the chains, and then try to break them apart.
Okay, go ahead. You definitely, or you don't have to roll anything. Yeah, you do so. You get a little bit of a burn here, like an acid burn here and there. Take like a point of damage, but you free yourself from your manacles.
19.
What's creating the light? Is it torches? Is it lanterns?
Yeah, lanterns, and like the little oil, like what do they call them? Not oil lamps.
That's what they're called.
Yeah, okay, oil lamps. Yeah, stuff like that, hanging on the different on different spaced out amongst the walls in the wood room.
Okay. I want to
Yeah.
summon Ichabod,
All right.
and I'm going to have him turn off those lanterns.
Okay. So Ichabod flies out and will attempt to extinguish the candles that are in the immediate room. It definitely dims the room, but you'll see a little bit of daylight flooding in from above deck. But you're too far back in this in the ship for that to reach you. It just gives a little ambient light. So, but it is now dim light inside of the room that your cell is in.
And I am now leaving the cell.
Okay.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
How much of our stuff do we currently have?
Let me. I guess I'm not going to be there yet, so I have to clean that up. What's that, Anika?
What did they let us keep? Like, what did we
They
have?
didn't let you keep. They took your stuff, your bags, your weapons, and stuff like that. You imagine it possible, or like it along with all your belongings and Umbra, you have your common clothes on.
So no instrument. Got it.
Correct.
Is there a little bit of like fleece anywhere near? And then did I get out of my manacles?
You do slide out your feet manacles. Yes. Let's see here.
Good news, everyone. I don't have disadvantage on stealth.
All right, let's
That
see
means you're
here.
also a little easier to hit.
Let's see. So you are out of your manacles. I feel like I missed things. Actually, I never finished resolving your wisdom saves either, did I?
No.
Okay. Okay, let me slow down here. I'm sorry, I'm getting too all over the place. So you slipped out your manacles, Cronus. You boofed out of the cell. You're currently on the other side. What are you trying to do, sir?
First, I'm going to ask Anika if she can.
Like Joe, so I haven't heard.
Thing.
Wait, what?
What?
I'm going to ask Anika if she can make me invisible.
Hang on. Not unless you can find me an instrument or an eyelash encased in gum.
Man, that's oddly specific.
Really is. Wizards are weird. But if you can find me like a flute or a spoon or something, then yes.
Bone it.
You hear some commotion and stuff, and then again, people are still walking around doing their chores. Eventually, someone passes the door, looks in, sees that you're out and the lights are out, and he's like, oh, what the hell? What are you doing out of your cell? He's like, are we gonna have problems again today? He
If
kind
you,
of he has got his he doesn't even have a weapon drawn. He's got his hands filled, like he's got a large load that he's carrying of different tools. He's got some rope and everything
Hey.
else kind of bundled in his arms.
hey, tell you what, I can get him back in the cage super quick. You'll never hear from him again. I need a flute, my flute, or just any instrument, really.
Yeah, not happening. Just
Why not?
he walks over, and he says, just please sit here till I can go get someone to help you. And he kind of just motions at the bench, and there's a chain kind of attached to the leg with some manacles there. He goes, just sit there for a moment. God damn it, I thought this was gonna be a good day. And this is one of the guys that you definitely saw that died yesterday in the battle on the deck.
Instrument.
But before I go much further, let me resolve that first. So, Curtis, what do you do when he comes in? Kind of, again, he doesn't have any weapon drawn. He's just very done with your shenanigans, and he's just.
Pretty much the only thing I would have said is, "Where's my pet?"
Your belongings are out with Hook. Once he has a chance to talk to you, you can see how. I'm sure, if he just like the rest of the crew, what you bring is what you keep. And he just kind of, he's not leaving until he sees you kind of take the seat, but he's not very imposing in his posture or threatening in his posture.
So pretty much, I'm just looking down at him.
Yeah, but he's kind of slightly looking at you and in indifference, like, dude, don't fuck up my day. Like, this, why are you ruining my? It's AM.
Do we become this apathetic when we join the crew, or is that something you had before?
Not quite sure I understand what you mean, but I just have a lot of chores to get to, and prisoners aren't really supposed to be outside their cells. So you're kind of
chores
You're welcome
every
to put me back in
day?
there.
Yeah. It might be
gotta-
nice to break up your monotonous routine, right?
Not after what happened yesterday. We gotta prepare for the Lost Boys or Pan to get back here. They're gonna be pissed. I thought they brought some new help, and just kind of with the shruggers, happily motioning at you all. It sounds like the fun's about to really kick up. Pan's bringing in some extra help. He's kind of looking at you, Cronus. Then, what do you do, Cronus?
I'll just lean up against the wall.
Am I the only one who's really not at all bothered by any of this? Like, their whole plan is to wait for another attack. It's not a plan. Right?
So he rolls his eyes at you, Cronus, and just says, he steps out. He's like, "Hey, get somebody in here. We got a troublemaker." And he just kind of goes leaves. You hear a few steps kind of come in and look at you and again they kind of give you the same kind of treatment, like, sit down, lock up, and we'll come get you in a moment. What do you do?
We'll sit down, but I will not lock up.
Okay. All right, we got a fighter here, guys. We're gonna need some. Come in here real quick, and they grab a few more men. They come in there, and they begin to wrestle you repeatedly until they finally get you locked up in your shackle. We can roll it, but there's just too many of them and just only one of you. Unless you want to break into combat, what would you like to do?
Oh, we're good for the moment.
Okay. All right, they finally get you. It takes quite a few of them. You're bouncing all over the place. Go ahead and do an athletics check. I just want to see how many of them how many pirates does it take to lock up a Cronus? Quite a few. So it takes about 3 or 4 of them to kind of really get you pinned down long enough just to sit in the bench and like that. It's like, why do you have to make them so damn difficult? and then they kind of walk away, lighting the lamps again. You see a little bit better view of the thing. They actually will shut the door behind them into your room, and you'll hear them like lock it too. And now you're really kind of in your own, where you can still hear the footsteps and the busy work of the men preparing for the morning, doing their morning chores and making their preparations for the ship.
So, the fuck?
Joseph,
Or-
can you
or
get the
actually, quick-
lamps back out again?
What's that, Chris?
I said I'm gonna ask Joseph to get the lamps back out.
Joseph,
I'll
what
do
do
it.
you do?
I summon Ichabod again.
Okay, you're in the dim light again. Actually, it's dark light in here now that the door is shut.
So this time I'm just gonna vamp back into my cell and pretend that nothing happened.
Did you have fun?
No, the fun's gonna have to start when they get back down here.
We should at least like listen to Hookford, right?
Yeah, we should at least listen to him a little bit and hear his side, because who knows what the fuck is going on anyways.
Besides,
Right.
if he's looking for what we're looking for, we may as well see if he has anything interesting to tell us.
Exactly.
I mean, I already hate Pan and the Lost Boys, so
Yeah,
A little bit.
I mean,
dude,
I'm
they
all
just
for.
straight up left us here.
Yeah, I'm all for being immature and like that shit, but the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Also,
I mean-
these are like the most apathetic pirates ever.
I mean, I'll give them credit that they chased us all the way to shore.
Yeah, but then they asked you nicely like 5 times to put on shackles. Not even nicely. They just asked you. When have you ever known anyone just to ask you to put on shackles?
I mean, it's
And
happened.
if the
multiple
answer is
times.
Lorna, I don't want to know.
Yeah. I mean,
I mean, the last time we came across pirates, they asked us to put on shackles. If I'm not
No.
mistaken.
The last time we came upon pirates, other than the council meeting, they kind of asked us to. Not really asked us, told us we were slaves.
Been too apathetic, but they're just kind of like, they're not concerned with the 5 of you and the ship full of them. Like, just, it's not apathetic, it's just that, like, what are you doing? Do you really want to like go through this again, kind of thing? It is more of their like,
Pathetic.
we'll knock you out if we have to again, but do you want to go through that process? It's kind of their general tone. It's not that they're just like, they don't care what you're doing. It's just kind of like, is that what it's going to require, kind of deal.
interesting.
But they also seem busy too. Joseph, what are you doing or thinking?
I kind of threw a monkey wrench in what I planned since the last session. I was like,
What
oh man,
was-
I want to have like
Your plan?
Ichabod go do this, and I want to get the keys, and then, I want to add like this huge plan, and I was going to like try to burn down the boat with the gunpowder that they keep stashed
damn.
away. I had all this planned out, and it's like everyone's now on the ship. It's like, well, shit.
Yeah, this is
Way
kind of the
hell.
this is kind of like the reason, like you guys are like, why aren't they like backing down from our threats, or just so like this is kind of like the this is the other side of the knowledge that is why they weren't really adhering to your threats. So
Um,
You know,
So-
now think about it. If I'm riddled with bullet scars, I can only imagine what Hook's going to look like when he gets down there.
what
Knowing how
Yeah.
to blow his face up.
But,
that's fair.
the best way to deal
Wait,
with
no,
it.
you didn't blow his face, or yeah, you did.
Mhm.
But he didn't die from that. You killed him by cutting his throat, I think, didn't you?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the explosion to the face got him really close, if I'm not mistaken. I think I only had to hit him like one more time. And then he was
Yeah.
unconscious, and then I stabbed him when everyone kept moving towards me.
Yeah, but mechanically, he has evasion. No, I'm just okay. Sorry, Joseph. What were else were you saying, or was there someone else was saying something before I interrupted?
So we get to keep our scars, which means we do take some kind of damage. If that's the case, we can in fact kill him.
Oh, this is what I.
Yeah, what was the wisdom saves for?
Okay, so we got an 11, 14, a 15, a 19, and 22. All right, Lorna.
Hi.
When you woke up this morning, you know, things seem foggy, and actually, the morning theme seems foggy to you guys, just in general. Like, what exactly happened last night? What, why, where, how do we get here? Everything's a fog. But
Yeah.
Lorna, your fogginess kind of is really lingering through this morning, and you as you have time left, or some time to yourself in the cell, and you kind of recall different things. You're having a hard time remembering what you and your brother's favorite childhood game is to play with one another. For some reason, it's escaping you. You don't know why, but it just seems like a very, very a random thing, but something that is like, just something just immediately escaping you, or seems to be carved out of your life. Again, the whole group is going to feel a much more subtle thing. It's just your long-term memory seems to be a little bit fuzzier this morning, but eventually the rest of you do kind of get your bearings about what's up and what's down. But Lorna, you're the only one that seems to have one that seems long-term for you.
Okay.
Okay, sorry, that was I keep forgetting to go back to those. So what else were you guys doing then?
If we cut off his head, then that's a really nasty scar that you can't necessarily heal from.
You don't. Okay, am I the only one here who remembers what this place was designed for?
Probably.
This place was designed as a transition period, remember? For people whose times weren't ready to die. Pan took them here,
Oh,
and then eventually helped them move on.
that's right. So.
I don't think anyone can die here.
Fine, he'll be in a coma. How about that?
No, I think he'll
What if-
heal again.
How are you going to heal when your head is detached from your body?
How did the sky turn black last night? How are there little pixies that have fairy dust that can make us all fly? When
How
we
do you
start
summon-
asking questions like how, the world kind of just falls apart.
I want to point out that Pan just disappeared after he died.
That's true.
He's also the guardian of this place, which is probably why things went a little wonky.
Yeah. What if he's forgotten? Cause
Who's forgotten?
Hook. Remember he was on a quest here.
Or
What if
not
he's-
remind him?
I mean, we can remind
Because-
him, but I think
Yeah, but
something's
then
weird
it's-
with this place because I can't remember some things from my childhood that I did before. But I can't
Pretty
remember
sure
what
that's-
they were.
Yeah, I think that has to do with all the fact that the children.
No, I just can't
No,
remember.
I mean yeah, I think it's part of the weird magic of this place.
Yeah, so he's probably forgotten.
Hook? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's not remind him.
Well, maybe we should. Maybe he knows where it is and he just can't get to shore because of Pan and the crocodile.
We are also not on the same side as Hook.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Where he
I'm
wants the thing
I'm
that
not
we
on
want.
the same side as Pan.
Yes. But unless Hook is going to just give us what we came here for, we're eventually going to have to fight him anyway.
I mean, we've already killed him once.
But did we?
Yes,
Enough.
I vividly remember.
And yet, who are we going to go see in a little bit? I don't think he has a twin brother.
You got a cloning facility.
Besides, something tells me someone obsessed doesn't. There are ways to make yourself remember if it's important and if you figure it out that your memories are being taken. I'm betting his captain's quarters is gonna look like Crazy Man's. Also,
Well-
is there any fleece in here?
Are you cold?
No.
Oh.
So, like, wizards study at college, sorcerers are born, warlocks make this weird pact with something. Bards just kind of acquire things. Like, I can understand magic from a wizard's point of view to a little bit. I just get bored after a while. And I need some fleece in order to potentially get Hook off our backs. At least in enough time for us to, like, get out.
Like, I don't. Do you need like just a piece of like wool, or it has to be fleece, like a blanket, a fleece blanket, or?
I am essentially looking for the material components for minor illusion.
Okay.
Just a bit of fleece.
I would say you'd be able to find some fleece and what bedding and cots. It's not a lot,
I mean,
but you'll find
Don't
a
need a
little
lot.
bit what you need there. You'll
what do
find
you
what
need
you need.
in
minor
my-
illusion for?
Hmm?
So what are you trying to do minor illusion with?
A crocodile who makes a tick-tock sound. Particularly the tick-tock sound.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
Because I have minor illusion.
Yeah. Oh, we could
Monk
throw it
stuff.
around. So if we need to get away from Hook, or at least provide some bit of distance between us and him, lovely pirate number 1 told us what he's scared of. Or at least worried about.
Oh.
So if there's a chance of us getting away, TikToks.
What about you, Lorna? What are you doing in the cell right now?
I'm trying to remember. Trying to think
Okay.
this through. There's a lot going on, and she's just trying to figure it out in her own mind, and it's not going well.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, I imagine that Bart is getting a little huffy and puffy about, do you know who I am?
Yep.
Yep, and I only imagine it's gonna get worse when Hook finally gets here.
Right.
But he is out. He is not. Or Bart has definitely been able to get himself out of his own cuffs for sure by this point.
I think
I
he went
mean-
into the dark of the
And
skeleton and just went whoop.
Bart would be done unshackling everyone at this point in the cell, I think. Well, never mind. He needs his tools though to do that. So never mind.
But he has the
Oh.
bone hand, don't he?
No, he's got a bone hand.
Oh, that's right. He's got his bone hand. So yeah, he does his little bone hand trick and picks the lock of everyone's shackles.
A
It's
skeleton
time.
key, if you will.
Which, by the way, I do keep mine, and like when they ask us to leave, I'll put them over my wrist and pretend, hoping they don't notice.
Okay. All right. Well, as you guys are kind of talking amongst these different things in your cells alone, shoot, you know what? Do you mind if we take a quick 5-minute break? I'm gonna run to the restroom, go to drink and stuff like that. Do you mind if we take a quick pause?
Yeah.
Sure. Let's go.
Be right back. this powwow in your session, and just trying to discuss what the next steps are. You do find some fleece, Anika. You start to hear the door that was latched when the last group kind of, had to wrestle Cronus into chains. But the door opens up, and you're gonna see this tall, handsome fellow, dark skin from spending obviously a lot of time in the sun, and long, dark brown hair that's kind of scattered everywhere. He's a little bit dressed. I mean, he's definitely dressed the pirate part, but he doesn't seem like he's dressed or like wearing the same colors and stuff that the rest of the crew seem to be wearing that are, reporting to Shmi and the other men. He closed the door behind him, and he's a fairly large fellow, looking even down at you, or not looking down, sorry, looking eye level to you, Cronus. He's not a frail thing. He walks in and he introduces himself. He's like, the rest of the crew figured it might be best for me to adjust you into things slowly. The rest of them are kind of pissed off at what you guys did. Some of them are kind of impressed. But I want to make sure that this doesn't get out of hand any further before I let you guys out of the cell. He kind of looks at you, seeing that you all are pretty much uncuffed at this point. He just kind of laughs to himself. Yeah, that's about what I expected. So, first things first, before I take you up to see Hook, don't, no sudden movements. Don't try to pressure the captain. We'll just be right back down here, starting over from square one again, and no one wants to see that happen, I guess. Well, I guess it would be fun to break a few more of your legs, but, let's keep this fun today. He'll say, how are you guys feeling this morning? Everything seemed fine, obviously, besides, just waking up from getting your asses kicked. Is everyone else feeling good or doing okay so far?
I don't remember my ass being kicked, but otherwise we're fine.
Yeah, don't let the no pain the no pain in the morning make you lose your common sense. Some of these guys are just straight up idiots now because they don't have to worry about dying. But yeah, it kind of sucks when you have to drag them out of the bay. Luckily, most bodies float.
Oh, that's fun. What about losing, like, long-term memories? Have you guys had that happen?
Yeah. Welcome to Neverland. Part of the fun of being here is you get to live forever, but you kind of forget about back home.
So then
yeah.
why are you still here?
I haven't been here nearly as long as these guys, but
Wait.
he tries to gather a little bit in his head, and he's just gotta, Neverland plays with your mind, so I really don't even want to try to think about it. I find if you try to question your reality, it just hurts a lot, and
So
it's just exhausting.
one more question that hopefully doesn't do that. You're not a part of Hook's original crew?
Nah. Hand picked me up like he did some other hapless souls, and those that didn't work out, kind of seeming like you folk, kind of get abandoned here with Hook, and luckily he takes us in and whips us into shape, and you know what? As of late, I've kind of had a little hope that maybe we have a little bit of reprieve from Pan. I know this isn't much to fight every day, or not every day, but every so often he decides to do a bomb run on us. But at least we have a little bit of a chance now to scout things out ahead. Now that we got a few cards in our favor, or a few. Yeah, sorry.
I lied. I have another question. Why didn't you work out
You
with
have
Pan?
a lot of questions.
Yeah, but I didn't know Pan held auditions. So, like, what part did you fail at?
Yeah, I don't know how relevant that is. And he kind of like, what about the rest of you? You all are awfully quiet. Kind of gestures at Cronus, who's. I heard you, or wait, weren't? I thought someone was supposed to be locked to the bench. A Dragonborn. You're not where? Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
maybe
what-
people
your
lie.
guys are just scared of the dark.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I would also like to point out, I felt like I did not necessarily get my ass kicked. I blew up your fucking captain last night.
Oh yeah. You might want to tiptoe around.
Yeah,
He'll
well,
he'll
he'll.
probably appreciate your good. You know what? I can't say. I've seen people uh take down the captain, and he has had drinks with them the next day and celebrated their prowess. And I've seen some of them that he has attached anchors to their ankles and are sitting at the bottom of the cove today to wake up and die all over again.
Oh. Oh, that's just wrong.
Right, so we should go swimming at some point. Got it.
No.
There are people at the bottom
I
of the
mean,
place.
Okay, I'm sorry. We have other priorities right now.
Yeah. Hook wouldn't really take too kindly to you letting go his mutineers and those that have double-crossed him.
Okay. Anywho.
A lovely
Yeah,
guy.
so you don't know if we get our long-term memories back, do we? Do you?
I'll tell you, I'm starting to, things are starting to fade, and I truly can't tell you too much more about home, except that I know that I can't. I have a tough time placing it. I don't know why it is when you kind of have have a dream that you're like that was a dream, but why did it feel so real?
Yeah.
Kind of what home feels like right now to me. So
Ah.
I hopefully have a few more months.
Well, I mean, if we can get you all out of here, maybe it'll come back.
Hang on. A few
You
more
sound-
months. Before you lose everything, or before you, like, skedaddle?
before I assume I'm like the rest of this crew that don't remember anything before Neverland.
Mm.
I think Hook has even forgotten what he's shot out here before. Every once in a while, he seems to have a recall some kind of faint memory or aha or eureka moment. But with TikTok Croc, his paranoia is kind of keeping him from leading the charge, and his paranoia further worsens day by day. And trusting some of the people with information, to hopefully find this treasure that he says that Pan's keeping away from everyone.
Mm.
But yes, your memory will start to goes a lot faster when you don't go to bed peacefully. So you're lucky we pulled you out of the water and
Uh-huh.
stabilized you. Could have been a whole lot. Once you perish, it takes a piece out of you for sure.
Could have just also let us go.
Yeah, we can let you go. But Pan obviously brought you to Neverland for a purpose, and you must have had some kind of merit because he doesn't bring home the sick children as much anymore. He's just looking for new players in this fun game of his lost ones against the pirates. It's kind of we're in his playground. It feels like sometimes.
Not change the game.
Seems like we have a little bit recently, but at Neverland, I kind of learned not to kind of hang on to hope too long. This similar to the island and the sky and the waters, it kind of changes like a child's emotions. So don't hold on to good tides for too long.
Saddest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, it's kind of defeating. Getting killed quite a few times, day after day, for months, weeks. How long? I'm sorry. I I recall. But yeah, it happens and it messes you up
Okay.
over time. It kind of irks me why Pan, brings these barely young men and women that have just come of age to bring them here just because and promising them adventure just to kind of have them be players in his game.
Great.
Part of the reason I didn't stick around when I kind of went through my test run that you guys did a lot better than my group did. I'll tell you that much.
Okay. Well, I guess we should go and see Hook then.
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm not sure Bart can hold his tongue much longer.
Mm.
Well, thing I haven't seen Pan bring a pirate here. Well, that's not true.
Oh,
He ferries some souls here that are lost at sea and about to perish that are looking for a way out and Davy Jones has turned his back on them. He's brought occasional here and there, but
yeah,
ordinarily he doesn't bring pirates back to his camp.
we were all lost at sea with this pirate man.
Hmm.
Yep.
Could we talk to Hook?
Interesting.
Sunk in a hurricane.
It was bad.
Make a deception check.
Okay. Am I within 5 feet of this person?
No.
No.
Also, do you want me to do it, or you got it?
I mean, I was talking.
She's the one talking. She was the one talking.
To be fair, we both were, but all right.
Eh.
I mean,
It's
she's the one that,
fine.
I guess, straightforwardly lied.
Yeah.
Then can I have helped because I helped the lie?
What did you say that helped the lie?
We died
Said
in a
we were
hurricane.
drowned in a hurricane.
I would say actually that hurts the lie because Lorna didn't say that you guys were drowning, that you guys were lost at sea.
In a
So,
hurricane.
Lorna, go
It's
ahead
fine.
and roll with
Hurricane.
disadvantage.
Disadvantage?
Yeah, you guys didn't say the same story.
I said in a hurricane, but okay.
Yeah. He shrugs. You know what? Your secrets aren't going to be kept by yourselves even much longer once you start losing your mind here. So keep it as long as you like. I don't care. Hook will have to deal with you. If you piss off Hook, though, you gotta deal with the
We'll
rest
die
of the
again.
crew.
It's fine.
I mean, if you're not going to be part of his crew, he doesn't have much time or use for you. He'll send you off into the jungle to just fight off the nightmares out there.
Okay.
Cool, so can we go see him instead of...
Sure. Yeah. Other things. So yeah, don't try to pressure him about too much about things before Neverland. It's hit or miss. I will give you the warning. You could set him off in quite a foul mood. Other days are better than, or some days are better than others. And somehow an inkling, a nugget of the past makes its way through into conversation that doesn't outright set him in anger.
Right, so if we set off the landmines in the field of him, point him towards y'all, right? Got it.
We'll have to see what he wants us to do about the situation. Shmi's gonna take you in to introduce him. Shmi has been his right hand. He probably has only a very vague few memories before coming here, but yeah, he makes sure that the captain is taken care of and everyone's following his orders as well. So I'll take you up to Shmi and he'll escort you into the room, or he'll allow you into the room with the captain. I know you guys are just went through all that trouble, but do I need to lock you guys up, or do we have an understanding?
We have an understanding.
All right. He reaches into his pocket with the keys that he was provided. He opens the gate and lets it open. And he goes, "Follow me." And he goes to the door, opens it, and returns. You walk right into like kind of the belly of the ship where you were first running down the stairs and running around frantically. Cronus trying to find and seek out Tinkerbell or other things, whatever you were seeking in the hall. You see a couple of the men angrily looking at you. Some of them are just kind of sizing you up and just kind of gauging you guys. A lot of sneers and a lot of just indifference, but there's some interested faces as well. You guys come up the stairs into quote unquote daylight. The sky's no longer black, but it is all, rather than the bright blue, clear skies that you first came into Neverland and saw all the beautiful clouds. Now it's just a permanent fog up in the sky, or a permanent gray in the sky. The sun blotted out. It's hard to kind of make out what time of day or how early or how late in the afternoon it is. And you see kind of a fog upon the water as well. Before the night before the sky went black, where you could easily see the shoreline, the trees, and kind of make out a depth of the island. You see the island is obscured by this overhanging fog that makes it even more difficult to make out any kind of definition. People are at work. You see the barrels being placed around the deck in similar fashion, preparing for the worst. Several people are just on scouting. You see a couple people in the crow nest, even though the ship is not in movement, just with their eye to the sky, looking to see if Pan and his lost boys are to descend upon them from their floating island in the sky once more. Barnabas will take you up to, or walk you up to Shmi and say, and introduce you guys and to say, these are the new ones, hopefully recruits, otherwise shark bait. I did my job. And he kind of looks over at the rest of you and says, good luck. Shmi is kind of business as usual, opens the door and says, after you. And you grants you audience into the captain's quarters. You see just lavish, ornate things that are just something that you don't see every day. Fine silks and fabrics. You see some of the oil lamps that you saw last time when you were here, Josel. Oddly enough, you look around the ship and it looks like all the burns and the fire that you had set the day before don't seem to be there anymore. It seems like the wood has been fixed overnight almost. And it looks like it was undisturbed at all from the battle the day prior. You'll see Hook standing there with his bright red coat and his big blackish brown boots, and again wearing this massive red hat and this white feather that's just pillowing out. And he will turn to look at you with his one hand on his kind of blade that's kind of using in a sense like a prop or a stick, if you will, and his other arm, you'll see the familiar, or I guess the mentionable hook on his other hand. In the room, you will also see, kind of splitting between you and Hook, the table that was sitting in the center of the room when you first entered, Josel, the night prior. You'll see that there's some map kind of all across. There's different papers and different notes. It's too obscure from this distance, but there just seems to be different things about the lay of the land and the island. And it's got just some few things to kind of block some of the maybe privy pieces of information, but it's kind of a mess, if you will. The smell of rum kind of fills your nose as and it's maybe as he begins to open his mouth, he says, "So, why did so how did Pan Or why did Pan decide to bring you sad souls to Neverland?
Well, he didn't. We came here ourselves.
Nobody comes here. Well,
Hmm.
nobody besides myself have never come here before.
Well, now there's more.
Congratulations. You're not only the one here.
That was. There's no way. There's no way that you.
There
that
are
you
many
came
ways.
Here willingly. I've been. No one had even been close to my journey, and that was just a few months ago. No one knew about where I was going or where
No.
what I found.
Captain, how long have you been here?
At least several months.
No.
Back where you came from.
I could tell you how long it's been from where we all are
I've been here
from.
for several months, and my crew have been here with me for several months, trying to help me find this blasted treasure that was worth risking my life for in the first place.
Okay.
Captain Hook,
Why
do you know,
why don't we not remind him of his past?
I don't plan to.
Perfect.
You remember you were a pirate, right?
Are you looking to just annoy me, child?
Nope. Just going to
Because
remind you
I
who's
got
more than
plenty
you
of
are.
other things to do with that, and I
Okay.
don't have time to talking to you.
Okay. Clearly we're
Alright.
getting off on the wrong foot here. Sorry about that.
Of course, we're pirates. I am the captain of the ship. This
Yes,
is the
you are.
Jolly Rogers, and you are currently annoying me while I'm deciding whether or not you're crew worthy or not.
We are also your best option at finding what you were here for.
You don't remember what you were here for anyway.
Which is why we are
Of
here.
course, there's a mountain of treasure safely
Okay.
stored on this island that Pan's keeping me away from.
Well, we are here to get that as well. We believe.
Just say it's been long enough that we know what you were looking for.
Yes. It's not a mountain of treasure, is it?
All the crew want treasure. Well, I tell you what, I am the captain of the ship, and I will take mine, and everyone will have theirs after I have mine.
Okay. When are you going to do that?
We're working on the plan at the moment.
What is the plan? Because we would love to help you get this treasure. All we ask is that we get one thing of our choosing after you get yours.
So you came to Neverland seeking the treasure as well. What is it that you are looking for specifically then?
Oh, let me see it.
We
What's
don't
that? I'm
know
sorry?
exactly what it is.
No clue, no heading. Why come to Neverland then if you don't have a
We have some sort of a
We
heading.
know it's here. We just don't know where here.
So, if we team up together, help you take care of Pan, find the treasure, and then get out of here, I think it's a win-win for all of us.
plan on getting the treasure
Okay.
and finding the weapon that can kill this Pan for good, and take all the treasure me and my men want, and we will do as we wish with the treasure. Who
By all
are you
means.
lot to come in here and make these demands? You just showed up on my ship.
Captain,
Can
we're also the only people here other than you who came here willingly.
Yes. Can I see any signs
Good.
of
You made the
Merlin?
same damn mistake I said, that I made. Didn't realize that this was a one-way ticket. That it was pass or fail. No coming back home. We knew there
So-
was.
Yes.
Then wouldn't you like our help to pass? Considering we're one of the people here who remember a lot of things? We haven't been
Everything's
taken from that yet.
perfectly- We are doing just fine our own. We just need to bolster our defenses and keep the pan at bay while our scouts continue to explore the island looking for that treasure.
You have scouts out?
Yes, we have a few crew always out on the island.
What if
Though
they're already dead?
I bet they're coming back as soon as possible after the sky went black like that. That's usually when hell goes out, or hell happens out in the jungle.
They were taken from the jungle.
What's that? I'm sorry.
What if they were killed in the jungle?
I guess they'll find themselves in an uncomfortable dirt bed in the morning with a long road home if they can remember their way. Otherwise, the poor souls probably have gotten lost to the forest or the other riffraff that are running around out there.
But you might need new scouts.
Can Lorna see any signs of Merlin around the desk or on the walls or something or other? Because that's what we were here for. We knew that there was a key here.
No, we know that he's looking for one.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, can I see any of those signs?
While the map is kind of covered by here and there, you could probably see a few lines that look like they're starting in that shape, but it's not certain if that is it or not. Like there's some circles. It could be part of Merlin, or it could be just some kind of navigational lines, but it's kind of different from the rest of the latitude and longitude lines on the map and the other markings.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna continue distracting Hook while she examines things.
I'm good.
Oh. But, so you might need new scouts then, Captain?
Right now, I am just preparing for what this battle is going to cost us today. That means double the explosives, but another day while we keep his little friend locked away, that we can maybe keep our scouts out a little bit longer.
What if we went to go help your scouts? Then you'd have more men to fight Pan.
Or we work with you.
Use some more scouts on the island. The last few groups have kind of come back empty-handed far too many times. Not the worst idea. What else what other things are bringing you around here? I don't want to play for Bart, but I feel like Bart would definitely be saying some stuff too. I just don't know. So maybe a quick pause. What things do you think that Bart would have already
Cussing
gotten
them out?
off his chest? I guess.
He caught a fish this big.
He also would probably generally just be talking down to Hook.
Yeah.
Because Bart was a founding member and Hook was a dumbass. Or something. Not a dumbass, but Hook went off to play fantasy.
Yeah, he's. I will say to that. He will kind of get heated with Bart if he kind of lingers on that topic too long, because, as far as he knows, or really, I mean, again, he kind of remembers that he got here on his own, but he's not remembering a whole lot before that. So as he would try to throw his title over his head, essentially, he's basically just irrationally and not logically even seeing that as real information. Essentially, he's like, you're basically going up to him and saying, "I'm the Dalai Lama," and he's like, "I don't know who the fuck the Dalai Lama is," or something.
Yeah.
And he doesn't care. He's, as far as he's here, he's captain. So I don't know how far Bart would push that, because although I know he is prideful, or not, I don't say prideful. He's not. He's also pretty intelligent as well. So I don't know.
I have a feeling he would push to either find out what we're trying to find out, or get Hook to let us have some leeway. But I could be also.
So you want to join the crew? Well, you can start by hunting down this fucking, or sorry,
Or,
you can-
or,
or
Pan gave us a deal, which is why we are fighting with him. He wants his friend back. We were tasked with getting his friend back. Now, there's a certain amount of trust that you're going to have to put into us, as we put into you, to give us his friend, and let us bring him whatever it is back to Pan, and he's going to lead us to the treasure.
he laughs. He goes, I wouldn't believe that for a second. He'll wait till you forget about the promise and then do as he wishes. There's no way I'm giving Tinkerbell back.
Actually, wasn't the other idea that you all just... He wants to defeat you. What if you fake the next fight?
Sometimes he wins and sometimes we win.
Actually, that has a lot of merit. What if you let him think he wins?
And get his friend back. We find the treasure for you.
I don't like how he acts when he loses. I don't know if I'd like to see his tantrum if he finds out we let him win. But
Why would you let him find out?
we could. That isn't. I just don't see what would be gained by letting him think he won.
If he... That's the whole
You
thing.
wouldn't be hounded by Peter Pan anymore, would you?
Exact. Potentially you would, but if you let him win, we get the opportunity to find the treasure for you. You get the treasure, and we all get out of here.
Not to mention you're no longer stuck in a cove.
Exactly.
I think I'm stupid. I'm not giving up our prized possession. The only thing we've
Your
got.
prized possession is an artifact of Merlin.
Right
Isn't
now,
it?
until I find that artifact, it's to keep it in this little
You
this
want to
little
know why
past,
we're looking for that
as my prisoner.
artifact?
No, I think he
Wait, what?
remembers. I think
kind
he
of
very much remembers.
When you say artifact, he kind of. He goes, you mean the treasure?
The treasure.
Yes.
The sword.
The treasure.
Yes, the
Yeah,
treasure.
all treasure, gold, jewels, giant chest, all of that.
Yes. Once we find that, that's also where I believe there will be the key to stopping Pan and getting us away out of here. It's got to be why he's protecting it so much to keep us away from it.
Have you tried doing nothing? Because he is a child. He gets his kicks off of this whole cat and mouse game. If you do nothing, he'll get bored with you and move on to something else.
Might be the smartest plan I've ever heard.
Yeah. We thought it was a good idea one time too.
What happened?
Pan didn't like when people didn't want to play with him anymore, and so they were replaced.
Who were replaced?
Those that chose not to play in his games. He went ahead and helped them carry on to the next journey, if you will.
Hey, he's doing his job.
And
He's doing his job.
And just yeah.
So you always played with him?
Not really playing. We're trying to not die while we're trying to find a way to escape. But yes, we're trying to survive long enough so we can actually do some exploring. Once we actually get anywhere, he seems to put the pressure on us a lot more until we kind of have to abandon our progress. Not to mention, if it's not Pan, it's his other delinquent friends running around in the jungle that want to give us the hardest time as possible as well.
So essentially, you need someone who can... You have two really options. Well, I mean, you have more, but here's the two best ones I can see. You can go to the island and do your own exploring and make Pan chase you in the woods. Or you can continue to play his game, so that way he's distracted. And send someone that Pan doesn't view as a threat or a pirate to go do your finding for you. Like the five of us. who Pan believes is on his side.
I'm sorry, Anika, that was just a lot. Can you help me walk through that one more time?
So Hook can either go to the forest anyway and make Pan chase him in a game, or Hook can stay where he is, continue to distract Pan, and send us into the woods. Because Pan already thinks we're a part of his group. He doesn't think we're pirates.
Well,
Because we could go do the finding, because we're not viewed as pirates.
you know what? You prove yourselves. Take some of my men with you, and prove yourselves, and find what we're looking for. Find what they're looking for me. What we're hunting in the jungle. Bring back those delinquents in the woods. I want them alive to talk and to be interrogated as soon as possible. Brought back to my boat. Can you? Do you think your group is up to it?
I'm confused. What? You want us to find what delinquents in the woods?
Those damn
Aren't we?
the ones in the wood, the resistance, the ones that report to those damn mothers.
What? Aren't we helping you find the treasure, Captain?
Yes, but in order to find the treasure, I need to get my hands on those people in the jungle.
Oh, so you need us to go get information from these people. Where are they? Are they on a map? Do you have a map?
He kind of just looks at them. He kind of just gestures vaguely at the map. He's like, "They're we can't ever find them. We went that we did explore some of the island already, but we have not still been able to find where they've moved on and their bases are at. Let me go back to the map real quick on my screen. Excuse me. Right. You will see. He'll just kind of gesture at the map and just and say, right now, I have scouts exploring the western jungle and the eastern jungle here, but we've already explored the old camps and settings of up in the northwest. And he kind of points to the camp up northwest. Anyone that used to live there is packed up and left, and it seems that they're moving or making their home on the run, if you will, making it very hard to trace them. And it doesn't help that once you go into the jungle, unless you can fly, it's barely manageable or navigate, or it's very hard to navigate.
So you sent them towards the tree and the lagoon and the point?
Try to avoid the lagoon. That's where the Croc usually kind of resides if he's not out chasing our boat around elsewhere.
Okay.
Once we get out of this cove, he seems to know that we've kind of wandered off and takes interest in us. So we've kind of been stuck here for a while.
So
How big is this crocodile?
I'm sorry,
Mhm.
what was that?
How big is this crocodile?
Glad we have our ship is larger than its appetite, but he kind of just gestures. I guess it would be, how long is this boat? He basically starts describing the size of a huge or gargantuan creature, and I don't have those measurements. I'm sorry.
It's a big crocodile.
It's several feet long and several feet wide. I've been in the sea and almost every water in Fantasia. I've never seen a beast or I don't ever recall seeing a beast that large, and a crocodile that large. And he will say
That's about
also,
20 20 by 20 feet or larger for gargantuan.
Like to say it's the biggest thing I've seen on this island, but it's big enough in the waters that those Aquans and merfolk seem to do as it wishes and protects its home while it's away.
So you sent them here, here, and here?
So he'll say that he's explored the Indian camp.
Thank you. I was like, where on the map?
He's explored that so far. He has people going to like the western wood here. They're kind of exploring near the tree line, not going too far into the jungle, as he described. Excuse me. The nature of the jungle and the terrain is too difficult to navigate unless you can fly. Which you guys have learned painfully that Pan only gets to choose who flies in Neverland, or a fairy. Let's see here. Sorry. So he explores, and then he's got people going. I'm sorry, I just keep dinging the same thing. He got people kind of exploring to the east. He does also tell you, will gesture at the map and say that he has had a few people kind of go this way. As long as you follow the river upstream and stay out of the jungle, it does seem to thin out to a point where you can have line of sight at the Mermaid Lagoon on the other side as well. So he has saved time by sending men in there, but again, he's been looking for these other denizens of Neverland that have found refuge in the jungle somehow.
Is this the map that had the weird lines on it that he's showing us?
Yeah, you'll see some lines on here, and when he moves some things around, he's going to actually just kind of point. Wait, let me see. Let me think this real quick. Roll through. Shoot. Okay. Yeah, okay. You'll see some notes and stuff all around, and kind of like and frantic or just varying styles of handwriting. Some like just kind of showing the mental breakdown over his time spent here in Neverland. You can see how formal and polished it began at the beginning of his time here, and how it's just kind of degraded and become sloppier and sloppier. You know, he still has your legible penmanship, but it's just just one of those other signs that you can see just how he's kind of dwindling down in his mental capacity of what he once was. You will see a sign of Merlin actually in the kind of the legends of the map. It's not marking any specific spot. It's just kind of like frantically drawn and kind of almost like in the legends or all on the sides of the island. He doesn't make any mention or reference of it to that symbol at all when he's describing the rest of the map. Go ahead, go ahead, Anika.
I was gonna say, what's scribbled on the sides of the map?
Just random notes, and you will see that he has some notes saying that he's explored the Blind Man's Bluff, and there's been no sign of the sign of Merlin anywhere. You'll also find some notes that says that he did venture into the jungle at one point and swears that he found the treasure or the vault that holding his treasure on the island. But it says when he went back to go find his men, the island had already moved again, and he could not make his way back to what he once found.
Is this in the crazy handwriting or the more sane handwriting?
It is in the more sane handwriting.
Okay.
But it does take up a decent amount of the legend. But he doesn't reference it at all as he's explaining the rest of the map and its other markings and drawings of
the resistance and the mothers where he suspects that or where he's kind of thinking they're at. He's like, I've either think that they're hiding amongst the chaos of the merfolk and the Aquan that don't tend to like visitors hanging out too close to TikTok Croc's resting place. But maybe they're I think they're possibly in near or the jungles or the mountains. I really have we keep getting they keep it hitting us out of nowhere here and there, and by the time we try to track them down, they've up and moved. It seems like ghosts just disappearing.
Which is why you need our help. Because we're new players. They don't know we're with you.
Well, this is true.
Mm-hmm.
We could use some additional hands if people are capable. Pan obviously brought you guys, I thought Pan had brought you guys, but you've got here on your own means, so you are obviously more than capable of some things. And not to take you guys for granted. He goes, you could work on your tact and a little bit more civility, as he then kind of acknowledges you, Cronus, for blowing his face up and cutting his neck off the night before. But
well,
while you lack the sophistication and the prowess, your abilities are something of somewhat impressive and definitely useful upon my crew. And I can put my ego aside for the moment, as long as you can fall in line and be part of my crew, the lot of you.
And as part of your crew, I'm sorry I cut you off. Continue.
No, it's okay. He's like, he goes, this all sounds like a plan, but I still have not don't know yet if you guys are, or you guys still have not even accepted the agreements to joining my crew. And he'll say, find the resistance members, come back, and he'll trust you with the crew, or as part of the crew, and he'll also honor the split out payment that he's arranged with the rest of his crew, with your terms being slightly different. If you find what he's looking for first, he seems like he's willing to make some arrangements to make that happen, that you'll have a pick above certain others.
There's one small problem with that, Captain. We can only get our stuff back if we join your crew, right? Going into the jungle.
I'm not a cruel man, and I'm not really. I'm not a cruel man. I'm not about to send anyone out into that island that damn island unarmed. Of course, I'll give you your stuff back if you. Seems that you've settled down. New crew or new arrivals to the Jolly Rogers, take a moment to kind of fall into the mold and fall in the line. It's definitely Neverland's a great home, or it's great in the sense that you never age and you'll look this great for the rest of your life, but it's awful in dealing with the rest of the terrors, essentially.
So you'll give us our things back, and obviously the fact that we haven't attacked you and we're unshackled, we're civil.
As long as you don't backstab me and don't betray me, I'll be happy to give you your things. And he'll kind of just kind of knock on this the deck flooring. It's not super loud, but it is. But even though it's not the loudest knock, it's definitely audible and faint enough that the door still opens the way that you came in, still grabbing the attention of the ever or always alert Shmi. And he's coming in with quite a few things, including your cage, Cronus and Lorna, which he hands to you guys immediately as he walks in, and then also hands in the rest of the stuff.
Is Umbra okay?
Umbra seems healthy and alive, hissing and angry though a little bit.
Normal.
Hook says, "Now that's something I don't know. We're gonna have to discuss. That's quite a treasure that you have there,
Not for sale.
brought along with you.
Unfortunately, it was ours before we got here, which means it's not for sale or negotiation. But if you want to talk about dragons, I do know quite a bit. And I actually think we have a book, too.
He's going to... Let me roll a dice. I don't think he needs to roll to pick up the vibe and the tension in the air. I assume you're giving all fuck no vibes, Lorna and Cronus, or...
Overprotective parent vibes activated with two very scary individuals?
100%.
I'm not going to split someone up from their pet, but I am interested in how you plan to maintain that thing as it gets bigger. But I guess that's not my problem to have.
No, it's
That's
not.
future us problem.
Yeah, future us problems can deal with it. That's how we usually deal with things anyways.
Also, do you have a map we could use to navigate the land? Or is this the only one?
We have copies made, and there's some already probably made for the scouting parties ahead. You'll probably talk to Shmi or one of the men out there, and they'll be able to get you a map that we've, another drafted map for the other scouting parties. The last, or like the last area is that they're kind of hoping to. Again, he told you all the other areas. He told you basically the jungles and the river up to the center.
Yes. Do you have any notes from when you last explored, or anything else we need to know about?
Stay alive and don't die in the jungle. It's an awful way to go, and it's very hard to get out once you get lost in there, unless you're lucky enough. There's been a couple times where you're lost in the woods, and if that's just dealing with the creatures that kind of wander in the woods. He said, we'll also say that, and with Pan being a pissed off mood from losing and dying the other night, I'm sure he's going to be harassing us any chance he can get. Luckily, while in the jungles, it's kind of hard to see see you from the sky, so you can have a little bit of coverage and safety. But out in the open, when Pan's pissed, the Lost Boys might have their way or against you too once they see you. Just because the resistance out in the woods is giving us a hard time doesn't mean they're not giving them a hard time either. That's the one thing we have in common, at least. So yeah, he just warned you about the resistance that's reporting this branch that this basically these renegades, this not resistance, probably a better way is like these guerrillas, I guess, in the woods that are fighting this kind of guerrilla warfare, and they report to these leaders called the Mothers.
So, once we get all armored and everything, do you mind if we pretend to steal a rowboat?
Pretend to steal one?
Like I said, our greatest advantage for helping you is the fact that Pan believes we're on his side and not yours.
Very true.
So if we pretend to steal it...
You're definitely not on Pan's side, darling. That was decided when the Lost Boys left you behind here.
I mean,
yes, but I can use this to talk them into believing we are.
Exactly.
Use what? I'm sorry, I'm missing it.
If we play this the way I asked, I can use it to convince people that we are on their side. If we just are given one, then obviously I have to lie a lot more.
So it'll be easier if it looks like we stole it, because we're trying, quote unquote, to be on his side.
Exactly.
But really, we're
Therefore,
on your side. We're double crossing him.
Makes it a lot easier to move around if they believe we're on his side. And then we can get you what you need. You're much more reasonable than Pan, so this works out.
I want to get our treasure and hopefully find the way home for my crew. It's been
a long few months.
say the least.
We want the same
And-
thing, Captain. I think we have an accord. That is a word that you guys use, right?
He nods, and as he nods, we are going to flash back to the night before, where Faye is lost in the middle of the woods, and you guys are going to be going around. Or actually, before I cut the scene, is there any other questions that you had after you make this agreement? Like any other questions you guys want to do, or is there anything? Otherwise, I'm imagining you guys are just making provisions to get ready for your scouting adventure onto shore.
Yeah.
Pretending we're stealing them. Yes.
Yes.
You're getting supplies. You're reading the maps, and we'll definitely regroup before you depart to shore. But flashing back to the night before, Faye, you've been very lucky so far into the night to kind of make it as far as you have. Every time you try to settle down to catch your breath or just to get a breath of fresh air, though, it seems that it's not long before something large is moving and kind of encroaching in your areas. It's keeping you up fairly late. And then let's go ahead and do another stealth check.
Give myself guidance again. $22.
All right. So this time you are lucky, but you are going to see something, or you're going to hear this weird kind of scattering noise that also is accompanied with like a rustle, like something's being drugged. You will see in your peripherals this 8-legged spider-like creature that has, instead of a thorax and a chest, a long snake-like body and a snake-like head with large fangs or multiple sets of fangs in their mouths. It seems to be sticking out its tongue and smelling and looking for things in the air, hunting, if you will, trying to find its next meal. Let me go ahead and do its roll here real quick.
Oh boy.
It currently doesn't seem to be visually aware, but it definitely is smelling something in the air and doesn't seem to be wandering too much further. It pauses for a good few minutes before it slithers / crawls out of line of sight between the rest of the jungle. But before you could feel like you have any kind of comfort, you will see out of other angles more similar movement, and it seems like there are quite a few of these large creatures that are hunting and sniffing and smelling. You have that surprise spell, right? So you can't be surprised. Is that correct?
Yeah, I have the alert feed, so I can't be surprised.
Okay. So, Faye, as you see the one kind of move out of the way, and some of the others in your peripheral, you still think you have a fairly good hiding spot, but your face sense has gone off, and you look straight above as something kind of just plops down like on your shoulder, and it's a little bit of venom coming from the fangs of one of these large creatures descending upon you. And that's where we're gonna pick up next time, with you kind of having the spider descend upon you in the middle of the night of the jungle.
As I was traveling, could I do a wisdom save real quick?
For what's
Basically, see how close Faye is to trying to contact her patron for advice. She does not like being alone.
I mean, I think you can do a roll if you want. That's your call.
Yeah, I'm seeing if Faye is keeping her composure through all this. Because right now she's reminded of when she was younger and the training exercises being in those caves.
What was that?
Basically, she's reminded of her time before she got her warlock powers at the moment, but yeah, she's being brave.
All right. we'll pick up there. Oh, I'm sorry, Joe. So I did not see that I missed something. So let me we'll come back there next week there. But Joe, so I'm sorry. What did I miss that you wanted to ask or say after Hook was
I
kind of
mean, it's
saying?
not the big a deal. It's just that everyone was talking so fast, and as soon as you get done, Anika like jumped in with something to say. Then you jumped in something, and then it's just like, all right, let's go to Faye. It's like, oh shit, I couldn't get a word in.
It's all right. I mean, I could definitely slow down and definitely interrupt me. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to not give you enough time to jump in. But no, what did you want to say? There's time.
I want to ask if Hook was his real name.
His name is Captain James Hook. Yes, that is his real name.
Forgot that was his real name.
Yeah, it's kind of a what do they call that?
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
There you go. Kind of grew into his name. But no, he would answer your question. But yep, we will pick back up in our kind of flashback / flash forward, and we'll figure out what happens to our two parties at the moment.
I mean, they're a party. I'm alone.
I know. I'm gonna run into the jungle. Like, okay.